Are you constantly stressed about money? Does it feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel, working harder but never actually getting ahead? Never feeling that sense of peace you're craving? You're not alone. That feeling of being trapped by a quiet, persistent financial anxiety is exhausting. It follows you to bed at night, and it's right there when you wake up in the morning. It whispers doubts in your ear and casts a shadow over moments that should be joyful. And you've probably been told the answer is to just hustle more, to grind harder, to sacrifice sleep and your own peace of mind. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the relentless hustle is actually making things worse? What if the key to unlocking true, sustainable financial prosperity isn't about adding more frantic activity, but about cultivating a deep, unshakable calm on the inside? I know it sounds completely counterintuitive. We're all conditioned to believe that struggle is a requirement for success. But in this video, I'm going to show you why that's a myth. I'll share practical, grounded techniques to help you break free from the cycle of stress and scarcity and start consciously building the wealth and abundance you truly deserve. This isn't about magical thinking, it's about upgrading your entire internal operating system. Before we can find calm, we have to be honest about the chaos. We need to understand the enemy. Financial stress isn't just a passing worry. For so many of us, it's become a constant state of being, a low-grade hum of anxiety that runs under everything we do. It's the knot in your stomach when you open your banking app. It's that reflexive no to an opportunity because you're scared of the cost. It's the tension in your shoulders that never seems to go away. This is more than a money problem, it's a life problem, and it creates a vicious, self-perpetuating cycle that's incredibly hard to break with conventional methods alone. To really get why this cycle is so powerful, we have to look at what's happening in our brains. When you experience financial stress, from an unexpected bill, a volatile market, or just that chronic feeling of not having enough, your brain doesn't know the difference between that and an ancient physical threat. To your nervous system, the fear of not paying rent can trigger the exact same primal alarm as seeing a lion in the grass. Now think about what you need to make good financial decisions. You need clarity, foresight, patience, and the ability to weigh complex options. But when you're in fight or flight, the very part of your brain you need for that is essentially offline. You're neurologically handicapped. Trying to create a budget or plan an investment in that state is like trying to solve a complex puzzle while a fire alarm is blaring in your ears. It's almost impossible. Instead of making wise, forward-thinking choices, you're primed for reactive, short-sighted ones. You might panic sell an investment at the worst possible time. You might avoid looking at your bills, letting problems get bigger. You might even make impulsive purchases for a temporary hit of dopamine to soothe the anxiety, which only digs you deeper into the hole. This isn't a character flaw, it's a predictable biological response. Your stress is literally making you worse with money. This internal chaos quickly spills over into your physical reality. Chronic stress is a wrecking ball for your health. It ruins your sleep, which then tanks your decision-making the next day. It can lead to digestive issues, headaches, and a weaker immune system. When you don't feel well physically, your energy plummets. Your productivity suffers. Your creativity dries up. You lack the stamina to work on that side project, or the mental bandwidth to learn a new skill that could boost your income. The stress born from your finances starts to actively sabotage your ability to improve those very finances. It's a cruel paradox. You're so tired from worrying about money that you have no energy left to actually make more money. And into this exhausting reality steps the big cultural lie, the hustle harder myth. We're hammered with messages that the only way out is to just work more. Wake up earlier, stay later, sacrifice your weekends, grind, grind, grind. So we try. We add more hours, take on more projects, and push ourselves to the edge of burnout. But for most people, this doesn't lead to prosperity. It just leads to exhaustion. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket by pouring water in faster. You're working twice as hard, but the water level never rises because you haven't fixed the leak. The leak is your energy. It's the constant draining hum of stress and fear. True prosperity isn't just about how much you do. It's about the quality of the energy you do it with. This brings us to the most powerful part of the cycle. Your energetic and emotional state directly influences what you perceive in your life. This isn't mystical, it's psychology. Think of it like confirmation bias. When your whole being is buzzing with the energy of stress and lack, your brain actively scans your world for evidence to prove that's your reality. You'll notice every expense, every scary news story about the economy, every friend who's also struggling. You'll filter out or dismiss signs of opportunity and abundance because they don't match your internal state. An energy of fear and not enough simply cannot see the opportunities that an energy of trust and more than enough can. Breaking this cycle, then, requires a radical shift. It means we have to stop trying to outrun the stress and instead learn to fundamentally change our inner state. Imagine the difference between a raging, stormy sea and the deep, powerful ocean right beneath it. On the surface, the storm is all chaos and noise. It spends a massive amount of energy but accomplishes very little. Its power is scattered and undirected. That's the energy of anxiety, of the hustle and grind mentality. Now think of the deep ocean. It's calm and quiet, yet it holds immense, almost unimaginable power in its currents. Its movements are deliberate, purposeful, and world-changing. That is calm energy. It's the quiet confidence of a master surgeon, not the frantic panic of an intern. It's the focused flow state of an artist, not the scattered distraction of a hobbyist. It is the source from which all great work and sustainable prosperity flows. This isn't just a nice metaphor. It's grounded in your biology. While stress is run by your sympathetic nervous system, your body's gas pedal, calm is governed by its counterpart, the parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's brake, often called the rest and digest system. When it's activated, your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and blood flow returns to your prefrontal cortex. Your logical brain comes back online. Suddenly, you have access to your full creative and strategic thinking. Cultivating calm energy is the act of consciously shifting your nervous system out of the chaotic storm of fight or flight and into the deep, powerful currents of rest and digest. This is the physiological foundation that makes better financial outcomes not just possible, but probable. You start making better decisions because the part of your brain that makes good decisions is finally switched on. This shift in your nervous system goes hand in hand with a massive shift in your mindset. Calm energy is the fertile soil where an abundance mindset can finally grow. Most people struggling with money are operating from a deep-seated scarcity mindset. This mindset, fueled by fear, believes that resources are limited, that life is a zero-sum game, and that someone else's success means less for you. It leads to jealousy, competition, and fear. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, is the natural state that arises from calm. It's built on trust, gratitude, and possibility. It operates from the core belief that there's more than enough to go around and that opportunities are everywhere. An abundance mindset fosters collaboration and creativity. It allows you to see opportunities where scarcity only sees obstacles. It encourages smart risks that lead to growth. You can't just force an abundance mindset with affirmations if your nervous system is screaming, "Danger," 24/7. You have to first create the calm, safe internal environment where the seeds of abundance can actually sprout. So I want you to ask yourself something honestly. When you think about the word money, what's the first feeling that shows up in your body? Before the thoughts, just feel it. Is it a tightness in your chest? A clenching in your jaw? A knot in your stomach? That's the feeling of scarcity. Or is it a feeling of openness, relaxation, possibility? That's the feeling of abundance. Don't judge the answer, just notice it. That feeling is your starting point. And our work, starting now, is to gently and patiently begin to shift that signature from one of tightness and fear to one of calm, openness, and possibility. Okay, we've covered the what and the why. We know we need to shift from frantic stress to calm energy. Now for the how. The single most powerful practice for this is mindfulness, most often practiced through meditation. I know for some people the word meditation is intimidating. You might picture a monk sitting silently for hours and think, "My mind is way too busy for that." I want you to let go of that image. At its core, mindfulness is just the practice of paying attention to the present moment on purpose without judgment. That's it. It's the direct antidote to financial stress, where our minds are never in the present. We're either worrying about a future that hasn't happened, how will I pay that bill? Or regretting a past we can't change, why did I make that stupid mistake? Mindfulness is the anchor that brings you back to the only place you have any power. Right here, right now. Let's try a simple mindfulness practice together, right now. Wherever you are, just get comfortable. You can close your eyes if you want, or just soften your gaze. Now just bring your attention to your breath. Don't try to change it. Just notice the feeling of the air coming into your body, and the feeling of it leaving. Feel the air on your nostrils. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Your mind will wander. That's not a sign you're failing. It's just what minds do. When you notice your thoughts have drifted off to your to-do list or a money worry, just gently and without judging yourself, guide your attention back to your breath, in and out. Every time you do that, every time you notice you're lost in thought and you gently return, you're doing one rep of a powerful mental exercise. You're strengthening your attention muscle. You're training your brain to be less reactive. Do this for just 3 minutes a day, and you'll start to create a little bit of space between you and your stressful thoughts. In that space, calm is born. Once you're comfortable with that, you can try a more specific practice, abundance visualization. This isn't just about clearing your mind, it's about intentionally filling it with the feelings of the prosperity you want to create. It's about using your mind's power of imagination to create an internal blueprint for wealth. Practicing this can lead to a profound mindset shift, helping you see and feel that prosperity is achievable and that you're worthy of it. Let's walk through a quick version. Again, get comfortable. Close your eyes and take a few deep, mindful breaths. Settle into your body. Now I want you to imagine, with as much sensory detail as possible, that your financial life is exactly as you desire it to be. Don't worry about how you got there. Just step into the reality of it. Picture opening your banking app and seeing a number that makes you feel completely safe, free, and peaceful. Feel that feeling in your body right now. Where is it? A warmth in your chest? A relaxation in your shoulders? Stay there. Now imagine moving through your day in this reality. You pay your bills not with anxiety, but with gratitude. You treat a friend to lunch without a second thought. You book a dream vacation, feeling the thrill of adventure. What does this freedom feel like? The goal here isn't just to think these thoughts, but to generate the feeling of this reality in your body. You're teaching your nervous system what abundance and safety feel like, making it a familiar state. By doing this regularly, you start to prime your brain to spot the people, ideas, and opportunities that align with that feeling of security and growth. As you start, you'll hit some common roadblocks. The biggest one is, I can't clear my mind. Remember, the goal isn't to stop your thoughts. That's impossible. The goal is to change your relationship with them, to become the calm observer. When a worry pops up, you just notice it. A thought about money. And gently return your focus. Another hurdle is feeling silly. This is weird, I'm just making this up. Yes, you are. You're using your imagination, the most powerful creative tool you have. You've been using it to make up worst-case scenarios for years. Now you're just choosing to use it to create best-case ones. And finally, I don't have time. If you feel you don't have 5 minutes for your inner state, that's the clearest sign that you desperately need it. Start small. Commit to 5 minutes every morning before you check your phone. Consistency is everything. Think of it as a long-term investment. The benefits compound. Each session is a deposit in your calm energy account. Over time, you'll build a powerful internal foundation of calm that will support all your external efforts to build wealth. Now that we've laid the foundation with meditation, I know that getting started and staying consistent is the hardest part. To make it as easy as possible, I've created a free, downloadable 10-minute guided abundance meditation. It's designed to walk you through exactly what we just discussed, helping you generate those feelings of safety, freedom, and prosperity. It's the perfect way to start integrating this into your daily routine. The link is right at the top of the description below. It's my gift to you to help you take this crucial first step. Go ahead and grab it after you finish this video. If meditation creates the inner space for change, our next technique is about what we choose to fill that space with. We have to consciously rewire the deep-seated stories we have about money. Most of us are walking around with a money blueprint, a set of unconscious beliefs about wealth that was programmed into us as kids. This blueprint acts like an invisible script, directing our financial behavior without us even realizing it. Until you drag that script into the light and decide to rewrite it, you'll stay its puppet no matter how hard you try to change. To uncover your money blueprint, you need to become a kind of psychological detective. Ask yourself some tough questions and answer with total honesty. What was the vibe around money in your childhood home? Was it a source of stress and arguments, or security and joy? What messages did you hear? Phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "Rich people are greedy." Or did you see money being used as a tool for good? Think about your parents' relationship with money. Were they worriers or optimists? How did they talk about wealthy people? Your task isn't to blame anyone, but simply to understand the programming you're working with. Awareness is the first step to freedom. Once you see the old story, you can identify the specific limiting beliefs holding you back. These are the sneaky thoughts that pretend to be facts. They sound like, "I'm just not good with money." You have to work yourself to the bone to be rich. Wanting a lot of money is selfish. "If I get wealthy, my friends will treat me differently." Write these down. Look at them. When you see them on paper, you can recognize them for what they are. Not facts, but old stories and opinions. And you can start to challenge them. For every belief like money is the root of all evil, you can find counter-evidence. Money builds hospitals and funds art. For "I'm not good with money," you can decide, "I am capable of learning and becoming great with money." This is where affirmations come in. Now, I know affirmations can get a bad rap, but when used correctly, they are a powerful tool for rewiring your brain. Think of it this way. You can find counter-evidence. Money builds hospitals and funds art. For "I'm not good with money," you can decide, "I am capable of learning and becoming great with money." This is where affirmations come in. Now, I know affirmations can get a bad rap, but when used correctly, they are a powerful tool for rewiring your brain. Think of it this way. To be effective, affirmations need to be crafted in a certain way. First, they must be in the present tense, not "I will be wealthy," but "I am building wealth." This trains your brain to accept it as a current process. Second, they have to be positive. Not "I am not in debt," but "Money flows to me and I manage it wisely." The brain doesn't really process negatives. It just hears debt. Finally, and most importantly, they have to feel believable to you. If "I am a millionaire" feels like a total lie, your brain will reject it. Start with something you can get behind, like "I am open to receiving unexpected income," or "Every day I get better at managing my money." A few you can try. "I am a magnet for great opportunities." "I manage my money with clarity and confidence." "I deserve to live a life of freedom and choice." Repeat them, write them down, say them in the mirror. You're planting new seeds in the calm ground you created with meditation. The final ingredient here is gratitude. If anxiety is the fuel for scarcity, gratitude is the high-octane fuel for abundance. It is the fastest way to shift your energy from lack to sufficiency. When you're stressed about money, your focus is entirely on what's missing: the unpaid bill, the low bank balance. Gratitude forces your focus back to what is present: the roof over your head, the food in your fridge, the skills you have that have earned you money before. Practicing gratitude doesn't magically pay your bills, but it shifts your energy so profoundly that you're in a much better state to solve your problems. You move from feeling like a victim to feeling resourceful. So here's a challenge. For the next 7 days, start a simple gratitude practice. Every morning, write down 3 specific things you're grateful for related to the abundance already in your life. Don't just write, "I'm grateful for my home." Go deeper. "I'm so grateful for the warmth of my bed." "I'm grateful for the hot coffee I was able to buy." "I'm grateful for the internet connection that lets me learn new things." Get specific. Do this for 1 week and just notice what happens. Notice how it shifts your mood for the rest of the day. You are training your brain to see the abundance that is already here, which in turn makes you a magnet for seeing even more. So we've worked on our inner state with meditation, and we've started to rewire our money story. That's the crucial 90% that most people miss. But now we have to build the bridge from that inner work to the real world. This is where we learn to align our actions with our new energy. Calm energy isn't about meditating on a pile of bills and hoping they disappear. So we've worked on our inner state with meditation, and we've started to rewire our money story. That's the crucial 90% that most people miss. But now we have to build the bridge from that inner work to the real world. This is where we learn to align our actions with our new energy. Calm energy isn't about meditating on a pile of bills and hoping they disappear. From a calm abundance perspective, a budget isn't a cage. It's a mindful money plan. It's a tool of empowerment. It's you, as the CEO of your life, telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Approach the process with gratitude for the income you have, no matter how small. Then, allocate that income with intention. Each category, rent, food, savings, is a choice you're making to build a life you love. Paying your electric bill becomes gratitude for the power that lights your home. Putting money into savings becomes an act of love for your future self. When you bring this calm, intentional energy to the process, it transforms from a dreaded chore into an empowering ritual. This leads to a huge distinction: inspired action versus anxious hustle. Anxious hustle is reactive and fear-driven. It's taking a project you hate because you're terrified. It's applying for 100 jobs without thinking if they're a good fit. It comes from a place of, I have to make something happen. Inspired action is born from the quiet clarity of your calm energy. It feels different. It feels like flow, not struggle. It's an intuitive nudge, a creative idea that pops into your head during a quiet moment. It comes from a place of, I get to create something. To tap into this, you have to create space. This is why our meditation is so vital. When you quiet the noise of anxiety, you can finally hear the whispers of intuition. Your best ideas won't come when you're stressed and panicking. They'll come when you're calm, walking in the park or taking a shower. Your job is to cultivate the calm, listen for the whispers, and then act on them with trust. Part of this is also about shifting your perspective on spending. A scarcity mindset hoards. It clutches money with a white-knuckled grip, terrified that if any leaves, more won't come back. This creates stagnant, fearful energy. An abundance mindset sees the bigger picture of flow and circulation. Now, this doesn't mean irresponsibly spending money you need for rent. That's just foolish. It means shifting your attitude toward the outflow of money. When you pay for groceries, do it with gratitude for the food. When you can, tip generously and feel the joy of appreciation. When you buy a coffee, see it as a positive energy exchange. By consciously practicing joyful and grateful spending, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. It's okay to let go. I trust that more will come. This practice dissolves the fear of lack and replaces it with a confident trust in your ability to generate and receive resources. Finally, we have to take action in curating our environment, especially the people. Energy is contagious. If you're trying to cultivate calm, abundant energy, but you're constantly surrounded by people marinating in financial fear and cynicism, you're fighting an uphill battle. Take an honest inventory of who you spend time with. Do they talk about possibilities or problems? Do they celebrate your ambitions or mock them? You have a responsibility to protect your energy. This doesn't mean cutting off every struggling friend, but it does mean you might need to set loving boundaries. You can choose not to participate in complaint sessions. And at the same time, you must proactively seek out a prosperity circle. Find mentors, authors, podcasters, or friends who have a healthy, empowered relationship with money. Immerse yourself in their energy. Your environment can either be a headwind holding you back or a tailwind propelling you forward. Choose the tailwind. We have been on quite a journey. We started by looking at the painful cycle of financial stress and how it literally short-circuits our brains. Then, we turned towards the solution, the profound, sustainable power of calm energy. And most importantly, We broke it down into 3 practical pillars you can start building on today. First, we laid the foundation of calm with mindfulness and abundance visualization. Second, we became detectives, uncovering and rewriting our old money stories with affirmations and gratitude. And third, we learned to build the bridge to the real world by taking inspired action, reframing our budgets, and curating a supportive environment. Please hear this. The path to financial prosperity is an inside-out journey. It's about transforming your relationship with yourself, your energy, and with money. You have the power within you right now to stop the frantic spinning of the hamster wheel and step onto a new path, a path defined by peace, clarity, and purpose. The key is already yours. It's the power to cultivate your own calm. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like to let me know. It really helps the video reach more people who need this message. And now I want to hear from you. In the comments below, share one small step you're going to take this week to cultivate calm energy in your financial life. Will you try a 5-minute meditation? Start a gratitude journal? Share your commitment. It's a powerful way to make it real. And of course, if you want more tools and support on this journey of building a life of both inner peace and financial prosperity, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. There is so much more to explore together. Thank you for your time and your energy. Your journey to calm prosperity starts now.